Hey guys, Killix here, the #1 Virgin Collector in North America. We're just starting Legion Remix and I've discovered tons of different tips and tricks that'll make your grind way faster, smoother, and more efficient. So let's jump right into it. Let's go over an optimized gameplay path for your first few hours in Legion Remix. This will give you the strongest possible start and maximize your power gains early on. Your main focus while leveling is simple. Constantly complete infinite research quests and work towards increasing your infinite knowledge cap. Infinite knowledge is earned through achievements that has a phase-based cap and is account-wide. Boost all infinite power gains from most sources. These are character-specific, not account-wide. Infinite knowledge is account-wide. They are massive permanent power increases that make your character significantly stronger over time via your artifact weapon talents. So you use infinite power to just put in talent nodes in your artifact tree to increase it and steer towards a path that you want to gain abilities and more stats, which eventually you get to a trait called Limits Unbound. This will basically be your power creep throughout the entire event, and this will constantly stack up all the way up to 999, which will take a drastic amount of time to max it out. But this will make your power level increasingly strong to the point where you're almost soloing all forms of content in this game at the maximum levels. When it comes to quality of life for your artifact talent tree, you're going to make this macro. It instantly opens your artifact tree so you don't have to keep tabbing into your character panel and shift right clicking your weapon. Just keybind it anywhere and click anytime and it'll open your tree instantly. You can control right click to remove all points in the tree, or you can control left click and it respends them instantly without having to go through each talent manually one by one. This is a huge quality of time lifesaver. So basically, if you want to unspec out of this entire tree, you can control right click, and then you can control left click anywhere you want to spend more points. Control right click to take it out, control left click anywhere you want. Note that anytime you do this, you're going to want to also spend your limits unbound by control left clicking. As far as what I recommend for your artifact talent point system is I recommend to instantly get your first main power trait. So I would go here to the middle, go down, then go right, then go up, and then pick whichever one you want. And then after you pick your power, fill out the back slot talents first. These are drastically cheaper than the forward ones. For single target, I've been using Twisted Crusade, and then for mass AoE, I've been using Naran's Everdisc. Naran's Everdisc seems, personally, it feels much stronger. I don't know if it's because of scaling. Twisted Crusade should become better later on as we get more and more gear, especially single target. Both of them are extremely strong, but I've just been preferring Naran's Everdisc the most. Tempest Wrath seems a little bit undertuned. All of the Forest, I haven't been playing it that much, but it doesn't seem that great. And Vindicator's Judgment is probably absolutely awful. Note that some infinite research world quests or dailies require you to have a specific one of these learned, so make sure you pay close attention to that. You're essentially looking for any achievement in the game that has the reward 1 infinite knowledge, and it'll state that at the bottom here. I also have a link down in the description of a Wowhead article that shows every single achievement that you can earn that gives you infinite knowledge. While leveling, you're also going to complete every single quest in every single zone. This is both main quest and side quests. Each zone has 2 achievements tied to 1 achievement. The campaign version of the zone achievement and the sojourner of the zone achievement, which gives you the lore runner of that zone. The lore runner of that zone will reward you 1 infinite knowledge. So full quest completion here is key. At the same time that we're going to be leveling, we're going to be queuing up for specific dungeons and doing every single dungeon that you have not completed on heroic mode, as you unlock both normal and heroic mode dungeon achievements for more infinite knowledge. Every single zone questline eventually sends you into the dungeons anyways. So for example, we have a quest here for Neltharion's Lair, which requires us to go do Neltharion's Lair to complete this quest. And at the same time, we're going to be doing it on heroic to unlock the achievement for Legion dungeons. This is going to also double dip and give us infinite knowledge. You're going to want to do these dungeons on Heroic even before you get the quest line. Unless you're very close to getting the quest line, then just wait and then queue up for the dungeon and do it. It's worth doing them early on for the infinite knowledge gain. You'll unlock some of the dungeons at level 20 and most if not all by level 35 plus. You should also clear Trial of Valor and the Emerald Nightmare on any difficulty, as this will increase your infinite knowledge as well for those respective achievements. So as you can see, we have an achievement for Trial of Valor on any difficulty that will give us an infinite knowledge, and there's also one for the Emerald Nightmare. Later on, or even early on in your levels, you're going to go for a Legion Slayer 3 achievement by killing empowered mobs in Heroic World tier. You're going to need to kill at least 50 empowered mobs to earn this achievement and get your 1 infinite knowledge trait. You can unlock Heroic mode early, but it's most efficient once you hit around 590 item level. I noticed that at early level, Heroic World tier is extremely easy, but once you start getting towards the end levels, it doesn't really get comfortable until about 590 eye level. That's when it starts to get easy and manageable and doable. If you're very low eye level and you're max level, I would suggest just like doing all these quests in normal mode until you get about 590 eye level, then attacking world tier mode, as it is more effective to just do normal world tier as opposed to heroic world tier if you're taking forever to kill the mobs anyways. Other key achievements like unlimited power achievements simply require accumulating a certain amount of infinite power naturally while you play, and each achievement gives 1 infinite knowledge. Now let's talk about heroic world tier, as this is going to be something that you're going to want to do for the infinite knowledge achievements, and you're also going to want to be opening obelisks and doing these achievements as well for your collections. This is a game mode that drastically increases the difficulty of world content. However, it is not as effective unless you are very low level or have really high eye level at max level. So what I mean by this, once you can get into heroic world tier at whatever level you're comfortable with, up until about level 50 to 60, it's semi easy in difficulty. However, once you hit about level 60, it drastically increases the difficulty spike of this content. So your gear is gonna start to matter a lot more significantly, and you're gonna struggle a lot more, and it's gonna take you much longer to kill monsters, up to 30 times longer to kill monsters in this zone. So what is the most effective way to play the game and gear your character? Right now at the beginning, it is literally just completing your 50 empowered monsters as soon as possibly can on heroic world tier. So you want to get into heroic world tier as soon as you can, earn this achievement, and then turn off heroic world tier instantly. You're going to want to level to max level and keep doing all forms of content: quests, dungeons, killing rares, looting treasures until you have your treasure achievements, killing rares until you have your rare achievements, right? Every single zone has a specific number of rares that you have to kill to earn an achievement, and a specific number of treasures to loot to earn an achievement. These just give bronze, they don't give anything else, but they're cool to have. Once you get max level and you start increasing your eye level, at around 590 eye level is the sweet spot that I found to turn on heroic world tier, to where you'll have a smooth sailing experience. The reason this is more effective is because anything you do in the game, killing monsters, completing quests, looting everything, gives you caches of gear. You can use these caches of gear to open them to get any sort of random loot to constantly improve your eye level. Each item you get, for the most part, will increase your item level, right? So the faster you do content, the faster you get higher item level. That's why you don't really want to be stuck in heroic world tier at the beginning, killing monsters that take minutes, because it's going to drastically slow down your gear eye level improvement rate. At the same time, you're going to get these motes of broken time. These are going to be used once you have 10 of them to guarantee you a piece of epic gear. This is going to be your most reliable source of incoming eye level gear. Use these anytime you have 10 to instantly increase your eye level. As far as the green or blue caches that you randomly loot and the epic ones from completing quests or doing any sort of content in this game, open them instantly. Do not save them. This is because these items are predetermined loot, right? So if you complete a quest that gives you a chest at level 20, but you save it until level 80, the piece of loot in that chest will be a level 20 piece of loot. Once you reach max level, you'll unlock world bosses. There are 10 world bosses, and one rotates brand new every single day. They're worth doing daily to tally on the achievement to eventually get your infinite knowledge point from that. Throughout all of this, you're going to constantly want to scrap your gear to raise your artifact weapon eye level. And you're also going to want to use your 10 motes of broken time to craft any higher item level that you can acquire. Never save caches or motes, remember that. In short, do everything. Every quest, every dungeon, every achievement, every rare, and treasure. The more you play, the more infinite power, bronze, and caches and item levels that you'll gain, and the faster your count-wide progression snowballs. If you use all the things, aka ATT, this macro will make it so any zone you're in has a mini list of Legion Remix only items that are in a neat window for you to track. It'll pop up and you can use it as a mini list to track whatever you want. Make sure you check out my fully in-depth ATT guide if you're interested in this collector's add-on. Every single class has unique remix exclusive artifact weapon appearances. You're going to want to skip your campaign quest on each character after your main. This will allow you to instantly receive your first artifact weapon. Note that these have unique transmog IDs that don't exist in retail. These transmog IDs are completely different from the actual retail obtainable transmogs. Every single class and every single specialization has one of these. So if you want to get every single collection, you're going to want to create and complete every single artifact, weapon, class hall campaign on every single class and every single specialization to earn all of those unique transmog items. Next up is going to be Infinite Research Dailies. Over here at Eternus is going to be the quest giver. You'll notice that there's a research task taken stash of boxes over here to the left. If you're planning to level multiple alts for bronze, artifact appearances, or collections, this method will give you a huge head start. In Legion Remix, experience boosts work differently than MOP. Instead of shared threads, you now use the Infinite Research System, a repeatable set of objectives that grant permanent account-wide experience bonuses. Each completed research task gives you 1% XP to all of your characters. You start with 6 available tasks, and they are unlocked by the achievement called Tenured in Timeways. There are 3 Tenured in Timeways achievements, each requiring a certain amount of infinite research assignments to be completed. You can increase that cap first from 6 to 12, then from 12 to 18, while also being able to hold multiple quests at once. That means every new alt can immediately complete up to 18 infinite research tasks for 18% XP boost shared across your entire account. These also reward bronze, gearboxes, and general character progression, so they're extremely good to do. So create a character, unlock your weapon, reach the main town, and start infinite research quests, and work towards these achievements as soon as possible. Once unlocked, every alt you make can instantly stack huge XP gains and farm rewards non-stop. Your number one stop should always be the bazaar at Eternus to see if you have any infinite research quests, and you want to be constantly turning in these quests anytime you complete them in order to unlock new ones. For example, we're going to do pick Heroic Dungeon. We're going to pick another one because we can get another one. We can do Normal Dungeon. And then we can pick another one and do Mage Runner. Kill 100 enemies while Naran's Everdisc is active and your ability, which we already have that. Right? So now we have 3 daily quests that all we have to do is go queue up any Heroic Dungeon, complete that Heroic Dungeon, and we just completed 3 dailies because we're going to kill 100 mobs in the dungeon with this, and then we're going to complete a normal and heroic dungeon using the group finder tool. On top of the regular 1% experience gain to your account-wide progression, you'll also get a 10% for completing every single zone, campaign, and Sojourner questline for every single zone, so you can get up to 50% more experience baseline just for completing that. On top of the passive 1% experience gain, you get account wide for completing the Infinite Bazaar Infinite Research dailies every single day. You also get another 10% experience boost at level 40 and at level 80. That stacks on your entire account. Sometimes you'll randomly find infinite knowledge inside your bags. These are bugged duplicates. Keep in mind that these spawn inside your bags under your currency tab over here. They always spawn even if you loot them in your bags. These are just duplicate bugged versions of them, and they're completely useless. You can keep them if you want or just delete them, it doesn't matter. If you're running the one button rotation setup, it will still work perfectly fine in Remix. Your character attacks so fast and it's so powerful that the difference is extremely minor. This lets you blast through content while fully focusing on bronze farming and infinite research loops without getting too overwhelmed on focusing on your rotation and just having a more smooth, fun time, just relaxing time playing the game and doing repetitive content over and over. You're going to want to make sure you scrap everything, literally non-stop. Every scrap gives you a small chance to increase your artifact weapon eye level, which is the core of your power scaling. Use the add-on called Legion Remix Helper. It auto scraps for you very fast. It's mandatory for this event. Throughout your journey in Legion Remix, you'll constantly be looting random junk, random loots, random scrolls, random buffs. You can use them to summon people or empower your character if you want, to cleanse poison magic diseases or to resurrect people. Battle res. You can also use the Nazwin's voucher, which teleports you to the Infinite Bazaar and then instantly teleports you back if you want to the spot you just teleported from, so it's a two-way teleport. As well as these Drake treats. These are actually very useful because you can keybind them on your dragon riding interface, so I have them on E. So what I can do is just fly around, and anytime I run out of vigor or I want a speed boost, I just press the keybind and boom, I just get full vigor. You just go fast again, and it has a very short 15-second cooldown, so they're very useful. Another quick random tip is that when you first log into your character, this is a one-time per account bonus type thing. It can't be duplicated or cheesed. You can go to your spellbook, warbands, and use your warband map to everywhere all at once, and this will automatically grant you every single exploration achievement, currently Legion, thus granting you around 15,000 bronze instantly. Note that you will miss out on the exploration experience, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So if you just want some quick bronze real quick, you can use the map and you can earn it on your account one time. On top of this, bronze is also warbound now, so later on when you have your alt army, you can freely transfer over bronze to whatever character you want to stockpile them. Another cool thing is that you have another Hearthstone called the Time Runner's Hearthstone. Note that this is a little bit longer cast time than the actual Dalaran Hearthstone itself. So the Dalaran Hearthstone itself toy should still be used over this, but if you're short on teleports, you can use this as an alternative. As far as your reputations, you're going to constantly rotate between World Quest emissaries, which require you to complete 4 world quests in each zone. This is going to give you a hefty chunk of reputation, and as well you're going to loot random warbound tokens randomly throughout content that you complete in this game mode that award you 2,000 reputation. I advise just using these right off the bat, doesn't really matter, sending them to your main character, focusing one character to get the reputations to exalt it on that one character only. There's no really point to hold these yet that we know of, so just use them as you get them. That's it for the beginning tips. These are the biggest things that I learned so far in Legion Remix right at the start. If you learned something new that I didn't post here, post it down in the comments for us so we can all share it with each other. If you're serious about optimizing your grind, check out my other remix guides, bronze farming, infinite research breakdowns, and full add-on setup videos that I have live on my channel in the Legion Remix playlist. I'll be streaming at twitch.tv/KillerKTV almost non-stop this week, so drop by if you want to hang out or ask questions live. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.